Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Bolo, and I'm coming to you with another video for educational purposes only. I've been seeing all this controversy, people trying to flame Tracy McGrady for his comments on the ring culture. I'm gonna play the clip, but there's a lot of truth to what he said. Now, let me just, full transparency, my favorite player growing up was Vince Carter, and I was extremely mad at Tracy McGrady for leaving Toronto. Kobe didn't like him when I was younger either. But he ended up being the best two guard out of his generation and the second best two guard to ever lace him up behind Michael Jordan. Okay, so this is not me hating. All the Kobe fanatics, get out your feelings for a second and just listen to what I gotta say, because I'm only gonna come with facts. Okay, I'm not here to diminish people or elevate people unfairly. I'm here to be just 100% factual. Okay, but let's watch the clip.
Go ahead, T-Mac.
What defines greatness? Is it the championship?
That's one of the elements.
I mean,
in some cases, yeah.
I don't see anything he said wrong. I didn't see your response, but for me, we have too many talented players that come through this league that are championship worthy. What I mean by that, if you take them off a team that is a championship quality team, replace me with Kobe with Shaq. I don't win a championship. You don't think I could carry the Lakers to a championship? Like, I've never had the opportunity.
Correct.
I felt like if I was put in that position to win a championship, I damn sure would show up and do what I do in the playoffs to elevate my team to that level. I just never had the chance. So do I get diminished because I never won a championship?
Right.
Yeah, that's what is it my fault?
That's what they're saying.
All right, so first off, yes, the championships matter, T-Mac. When you're defining greatness and you have to, get into the minutia and all the little things to differentiate players and rate them, yes, championships matter. You have none. Kobe has 5. He's better. It is what it is. But what you said is also true. There are a lot of players that you could plug in a different situation and things are totally different. If you had Kobe actually play for the Charlotte Hornets, the team that originally drafted him, are you gonna sit here and tell me with a straight face that he's a 20-year Charlotte Hornet with 5 championships? If you really think that was gonna be the case, I've got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you, because that was not gonna happen. His career would have looked a lot more like T-Mac's and Vince Carter's and Allen Iverson, where he's got a good 4, 5, maybe 6 years with one team, maybe. And he's like, get me the hell out of here. Y'all got me around a bunch of bums. But no, he was able to walk into a team with Shaquille O'Neal at his apex. He was the apex predator of the league. Now, T-Mac, I'm never gonna forgive him for leaving Vince Carter. I'm gonna just put that out there. But when he went to Orlando, he was that guy. When I was growing up, this was my era. That early 2000s, I was in my teens. This is when I was like a sports fanatic. I could tell you every number about every guy in damn near every sport. I was obsessed, especially with basketball. And T-Mac, there were very real conversations about T-Mac being better than Kobe. Because here's the fact of the matter, and a lot of people want to forget about it. Kobe did not separate himself from the field until about 2005, 2006. Before that, it was like a 3-4 man race as far as like who's the best wing player. And T-Mac, Vince, earlier in the 2000s, like in the very early 2000s, had a claim to like, yo, could he be that guy? Then he started getting some injury problems and things like that, and then the whole, leaving Toronto kind of messed up his image and reputation. But T-Mac in Orlando, I'm gonna put it to you this way, right? Let's look at the PER. Now, I know that's not the end all be all, but PER is a very important statistic, right? In the year 2001, this is T-Mac's first year in Orlando, right? Let's look at PER. Shaq number 1, Vince Carter number 2, T-Mac number 3, Kobe number 6. Now let's look at 2002. Shaq again leads the league. Who's number 3 again? Tracy McGrady. Where's Kobe? Drops to 8th. So that's 2 top 3 finishes for Tracy McGrady, 0 top 3 finishes for Kobe Bryant. Look at 2003. T-Mac leads the league in scoring. PER, T-Mac leads the league in PER with Shaq number 2, Kobe number 5. So if you're keeping score, T-Mac has 2 top 3 finishes and leads the league. Kobe's best finish right now is 5. Let's look at the year after that. This is before he goes to Houston. T-Mac again leads the league in scoring. Let's look at PER. Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Tracy McGrady, number 3, Shaq, number 4, Kobe, number 5. So in this 4-year stretch, T-Mac has 3 top 3 finishes and a number 1 finish with 2 scoring titles, and Kobe has 2 top 5 finishes. How are you gonna sit here with a straight face and tell me that this guy was head and shoulders above this guy? You can't. You can't. Now, another criticism, and it's a fair one with Tracy McGrady. I'm not here to give him an out or an excuse because it's very real, right? He never made it out the first round in Orlando. He gave up a 3-1 lead against Detroit. How could he? Right? Okay. Let's look at what happened with Kobe Bryant when Shaq left. This is his first year running solo. Misses the playoffs. The year after that, wait. So he missed the play, and now he's out at the first round? Wait, hold on. This looks funny. 7-game series. Let's see how it played out. Phoenix won game 1. Lakers won game 2. Lakers won game 3. Lakers won game 4. So they're up 3-1. And then they lose. So without Shaq, he misses the playoffs, blows a 3-1 lead, and then out in the first round again. Meanwhile, Shaq leaves and wins a championship with a 3rd-year Dwayne Wade in a more diminished role, mind you. This is not 99 to 2003 Shaq. This is still a really good player, but this is not that Shaq. And he won with a 3rd-year player. So you really gonna sit here and tell me that a guy that was, as I just showed you, was outperforming Kobe Bryant every year couldn't win with a better version of the Shaq that Dwayne Wade won with? Like I said, I'm not giving T-Mac an out when it comes to his first round exits with Orlando. I'm not. But when Kobe was put in a similar circumstance, he got similar results. And he was threatening to leave. People want to forget about that. He was threatening to leave. He was looking for houses in Chicago. He was ready to jump ship and be out of there. Facts. Facts. This is the truth. Like I said, there's no hate because Kobe ended up being the guy. He was the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no taking that away from him. But he was very fortunate to be put on the Lakers with Shaq, and then he got Phil Jackson later on. If he was on Orlando, I don't think he's got 5 championships. If he was in Toronto with Anthony Davis as his second best player, I don't think he's got 5 championships and he's a 20-year Toronto Raptor. If he was on Charlotte, I don't think he's there for 20 years and has 5 champions. He's probably, at the end of his career, has been on 3 to 4 different teams. Maybe a ring or 2. That's what his career probably would have been. Okay? So I'm just being real with you. During that time, I think T-Mac wins at least a chip. Vince Carter, Ray Allen, Allen Iverson. I think all 4 of those guys win chips in the early 2000s. If they had that Shaq. Honest to God, I believe that. Now, do I think that they carry the second iteration with Pau Gasol to championships? Probably not. That's why I give Kobe the... But in the early 2000s, come on, man. Shaq was that dude, bro. Shaq was the prime mover. Yeah, at the end of the games, he needed a finisher, but T-Mac scored 13 points in like 30 seconds. Don't sit here and tell me that T-Mac couldn't hit them shots. Okay? But yeah, man, those are just my thoughts. I think people need to like step back and stop being such rabid fans and be honest about situations. Because T-Mac, even if you want to say because of the defensive side of the ball, even though T-Mac wasn't a slouch, that Kobe was better because of his defensive intensity, I'll give you that. But you can't sit here and tell me he was head and shoulders above T-Mac, because on the offensive end of the ball, T-Mac was clearly better. It was clearly better. And Kobe obviously was better on the other side. Okay, but I believe he's winning at least one. Okay? But yeah, let me know what your thoughts on the comments below. Yeah, I'm out.